Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the San Francisco 49ers and the Denver Broncos. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. First carry for Leonard Fournette. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, Mayfield. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
That was a good effort there trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in the game. That's going to count as that, because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. He's going to air it out deep for Green. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, You'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Richmond.
The pitch goes to Barkley. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. They get 9 yards there, and they get a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Richmond.
They go play action here on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Oh, boy, partner, did that just happen? I've got my hand over my eyes right now because, like him, it's going to haunt my dreams, too. He was wide open. How did he overthrow him there?
Defensively, just very lucky. You know that they got away with one there. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Tiger. Come back.
Faking the give. Now Watson. He's got his man on the crossing route. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him.
Black 22!
A first down carry for Barkley. This carry with the extra effort is going to get him stopped up just shy of the 10. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
Black 99, feel it. Green.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Mixon. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard.
Black 99, feel it. Down. Green 99.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now.
Reset. Black 22.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
He's going to get it running right, and he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Broncos have taken the early lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Carlson now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, second and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Mayfield now on 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis. No jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be 2 guys on him on just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great. You throw it to a great receiver, he could come down with it anyway.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
Now Saquon Barkley. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Reset. 2 jet.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Hey, back 22.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. Now to try the field goal, here's Daniel Carlson. And quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard attempt. Carlson able to put this one through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Yeah, the 49ers getting set to trot out there. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do?
3-19.
get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number one. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaud and Charles Davis with you. It's the 49ers in control of the football. They've got it 2nd and 10 to start things out. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. And Sutton pulls it in over the middle. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they're marched off another 15 against your squad. Mayfield looks to throw.
Able to shake him off. Flush to it, but now he's swallowed up and taken down.
Like the footwork back there, I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. Second down, Mayfield. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. First down, Mayfield. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Throwing, Mayfield. Dancing to his left. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Burton. And he's taken down inside the 30. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Fournette, a first down carry. And an alley to run. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Mayfield to throw it. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. 3rd and long for Mayfield. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football.
Well, that pressure came right up the middle. Remember the good old days when they would scheme to make sure that they smacked the guy snapping the ball? And, you know, he had his head down. He's kind of in a vulnerable spot. Rules prevent that now. So you have to go about it a little bit differently, but you can still get pressure there.
And almost always, when you see somebody get to the ball, it comes off the edge. They're able to sneak through the middle of the line. Hard to believe.
Yeah, cardinal rule broken, isn't it? Right up the middle. That's supposed to be a place you protect the most.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
second down. Here's Watson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Richmond. Down.
Here's a give to Barkley. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Mixon with a first down carry. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Reset.
On second down, here's Barkley. Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at him turn.
And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. 25 yards, the pickup there, and also a first down.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Saquon Barkley, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. Carlson now to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Two minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Denver right after this. Mayfield now. And the Broncos get there and take him down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Mayfield. And he'll find Sutton on the right side complete. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Johnny Hekker now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And they have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Now a first down throw, Watson. And an alley to run. And avoids the contact by sliding. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Back to the air, Watson on 2nd down. Flushed out right. Now on the run, he'll throw it back. It got his man, complete. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Watson. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And they'll go on the ground. Oh, a little 360. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Now a play fake here on first down. This is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. In for the score. And the Broncos will extend their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. Carlson now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spend too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. This is the correct call.
And a nice gain of 21 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup.
Now the ball comes loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Buying time to his left. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. The Niners on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Working out of the gun. Mayfield. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively. But instead it just brings up 4th down. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. He had his lone attempt blocked earlier. So we're at halftime here in Denver with the Broncos leading this one. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. A big play there on the catch and run. 52 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10.
Richmond.
From the red zone now, Watson. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
4 down. Hey, blue 80. Blue 80. Check. I got you, boy.
So they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. They'll go with the keeper. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the sneak. Kind of a wasted play there, and now it's 3rd down.
I know they didn't get it, but I kind of like the call. 2nd and inches, go right to the quarterback sneak. Normally, that should be executed better, shouldn't it?
I'm going to disagree with you. I don't like the call. If
you don't like that?
That's just because they didn't get it, though.
Oh, okay.
Hindsight's 20/20.
20/20 and never defeated.
Green the line.
Here's Barkley. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Saquon Barkley taking it in. And the Broncos will extend their lead. Carlson on for the PAT. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Carlson now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. To throw, Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Mayfield from the gun on third down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A gain of 13 and also a first down. A handoff to Fournette. And an alley to run. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
A first down throw for Mayfield. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
On second down, Mayfield again. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Dante Fowler in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. The Niners on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 17. Here's Mayfield. Looking inside, and he's got a man. That's Burton. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A gain of 19 on 3rd and 18, and that'll move the chains. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Here's a give to Fournette. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Now a second down throw for Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Now Mayfield, and it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. As his guys are in for 6. And the 49ers get a score closer. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. Through an opening, and there he goes. And all the way home for a Broncos score. In for the score. And the Broncos will add on to their lead.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirt.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Reset, reset, reset. Check 59, Mike. 59, Mike to 59. Cut, cut, cut.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos turn that interception into a touchdown.
When you know you've got a home run hitter on your side of the ball, and you know that he can score from anywhere on the field, it usually inspires the rest of the guys to do their jobs even better. That resulted in a lot of great blocks downfield because they knew if they gave him space, he could do exactly what he did, put the ball in the end zone.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Now back to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they held them in check on the scoreboard. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Welcome back now to Denver. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. On 1st and 10, Mayfield drops it underneath for Collins. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll be 2nd down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now Leonard Fournette. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. The Broncos say they have it. They do.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. Look at the spin.
Balance.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
A handoff to Barkley. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And past the 30 down to about the 27. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves them with 3rd and just a couple.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. And they'll run it here. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football. And that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
Being chased out left. And his throw is incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage. Especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. And on the ground they go with a running back. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. The toss out to Barkley. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. But that was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. The kick by Carlson is good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away. This is fielded at the goal line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. Mayfield now on 2nd down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that, 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
Fournette. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Again, it's Fournette. And now running right through it. All told, it's an even 30 and a 1st down. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll run with Fournette. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
This is Fournette. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Denver, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for the Niners, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.